Welcome back to Healthy Christian Living with Ruth and Casey. Today it's just me, Casey, here today. And today I want to talk to you all about what I ate to lose the 65 pounds that I just finished losing after having another baby. So I'm going to break this video down into 3 categories. Okay, first I'm going to talk about what I did eat. Then I'm going to talk about what I did not eat. Then I'm going to talk about some other factors that I incorporated into my life while I was losing the weight. I want to make sure that this video is really practical for you because if you're here watching, I'm sure that you are in the midst of trying to lose weight or you want to lose weight, but you're probably feeling stuck, you're struggling, maybe you feel overwhelmed because there's such an overabundance of information out there. And the other thing about this channel in particular and about what Ruth and I believe and teach is that in our weight loss journey, we really have to surrender it to God, because with God on our side, all things are possible. And for us as women of faith, we often don't think about surrendering our weight loss journey to Him, but it's actually the crucial factor that many of us are missing. And so that's step number 1. Before anything else, before you're choosing what to eat, we got to surrender the journey. We've got to believe that it's possible. But today, let's get right into it. I'm going to start by sharing with you what I did eat to lose weight, okay? And I'm just going to tell you, I did not count calories, I did not count points, I did not count carbs, I did not count macros, I did not count anything, which is amazing. What I did do is I used portion control and moderation, and I did not eliminate food groups. So if you're here watching on a diet right now where you're saying, I'm never gonna eat a slice of bread again, or I'm never gonna eat carbohydrates again, I didn't do that, because that is not a sustainable way for me to live. And I knew I had done all those crazy fad diets like that in the past. But I knew that if I did that again, it would just be another fad diet where I would yo-yo, right? Where I would lose the weight and then I would start eating bread again, and then the weight would just come back on plus a few extra pounds. And I didn't want to do that anymore. So what I did is I learned how to make healthier swaps for the foods that I love, right? Like bread. I can't give up bread and to try and lose weight because that's not sustainable for my life. And so what I did is I found the healthier versions of things like bread, right? And so you might be going, yeah, okay, that all sounds great, but what's healthy bread? Well, I'm going to tell you, we like sprouted grain bread because it's lower on the glycemic index. And if you don't know much about the glycemic index, I'm not going to get into too much detail about it, but it's a value that's assigned to food that basically tells you how quickly it makes your blood sugar levels rise and then come crashing back down. And so that is not a scientific explanation at all. I am not a scientist, but we look at the glycemic index of foods quite often because the lower the number on the glycemic index that a food is, really the better it is for your body. And so sprouted grains are lower on the glycemic index, meaning that your blood sugar doesn't shoot up as high and as fast, and it's more sustained energy for your body, and then your body doesn't have that crash after the sugar high. So things like sprouted grain breads. And then I didn't eat bread at every meal, okay? If I had bread for breakfast, well, then I didn't have bread for lunch and bread for dinner. It's about variety, and it's about getting back to the basics of what your body needs for fuel. So I ate bread, I ate fruits, but not too much fruit because our bodies don't need too much sugar. And while fruit is very healthy and has, vitamins and minerals and fiber and other good things in it, we don't need to have too much sugar, right? We don't need to have too much of anything, really. And so if you're trying to lose weight and you're eating a ton of sugar, then that's going to hinder your weight loss progress as well. I'm not saying don't eat fruit, but I'm saying don't eat too much fruit. Just like don't eat too much bread, don't eat too much fats, don't eat too much protein. We got to get back to understanding what it means to use moderation in what we eat. And so I did eat fruit. I ate bananas. And I know many people are like, I can't eat a banana because it's got too many carbs or too many points or blah, blah, blah. I ate bananas because bananas are a healthy, complex carbohydrate. They're a fruit. It has so many health benefits. It fuels your body well. And so I ate them because it's not the banana that is making us sick and overweight, right? It's all of the other processed junk that we're consuming and eating too much. It's not eating one banana that's the problem. So I ate fruit. I ate lots and lots and lots and lots of vegetables, okay? Raw veggies are best, but I ate them cooked. I ate them in soups. I ate them in, I still do. I love vegetables. For an afternoon snack, if you need a crunch, cut up some bell peppers, cut up some cucumbers, have a dill pickle, right? There's so many good, healthy foods that if we do a little bit of prep work ahead of time, they can be really easy and convenient to grab out of your fridge, right? You can buy the pre-cut carrots. You can buy lots, like you could buy a veggie tray for the week where the prep's all done. So if you're busy, if you feel like when I say that, oh, I don't have time to prep, find a way. If you want to lose weight, you've got to find a way. Okay? What are your priorities? If your priority is losing weight, then you've got to find a way. And sometimes that means buying the veggie tray that's already made up, and then you can portion it into little containers so that it's easy to grab, right? Find a way, find something that's going to work for you. It could mean buying the pre-cut bag of salad and then getting rid of the dressing and making your own dressing. I do that quite often. Okay, so anyways, I ate all of those foods. I ate peanut butter. I ate fats. I ate proteins. I ate beef, chicken, salmon, fish, steak, you name it, right? I did not eliminate foods. What I did is I used portion control. And I want to share with you that, you know, there are a few little tricks that you can use for portion control. I like to often, if I'm really trying to lose weight, measure my food, but there's some tricks that you can use. Like meat should fit in the palm of your hand. Okay. It's like 4 to 6 ounces is roughly a portion size of most meats. And so you can start doing that, start kind of eyeballing it, right? If you're thinking about complex carbohydrates like brown rice or that good healthy sprouted grain bread, well, start looking at what the portion size says on the label. And sometimes the portion size on the label is too much for what your body actually needs. When I'm talking about complex carbohydrates for a meal like brown rice, I like to do half a cup of cooked brown rice. Or, you know, good healthy pasta, like brown rice pasta I often use. I can find a really good spelt pasta here as well. So I ate all that. I ate pasta. I brought this to show you. This is called a Laura bar. This is an amazing, convenient, healthy snack, okay? It is made up. These ones always say how many ingredients are in them. There's different kinds you can get. This one is peanut butter chocolate chip. Only 4 ingredients. This does not have a ton of processed junk in it. It does have a fairly high sugar content because dates are the first ingredient. This has dates, peanut butter, semi-sweet chocolate chips, and roasted peanuts, okay? These taste amazing. They are so convenient and handy to just like keep in your car or keep in your purse so that when you are out, if you need something to eat, you can grab this and know that you're making a good choice, right? Those are real ingredients. They're not a bunch of chemicals that you cannot pronounce. So it's amazing. So I would highly recommend those. So Laura Bar, if you're watching, we love you. One of the other big things that I did do a lot of, I made my own food at home. I prepped my own food at home. I cut up those vegetables. I had fruit at home. I made my own pots of soup. I didn't open a can and heat it up in the microwave, okay? We've got to get back, and this is going to lead me into what I did not eat. We've got to get back to eating real foods that God made that are not super highly processed. But if you're here watching, I would love to invite you to subscribe. Ruth and I have a lot of really awesome content planned coming up, and it really is our goal and our mission that we can help you through this information to reclaim your health, reclaim your life, reclaim your weight, and stop letting that number on the scale defeat you. And so we would love to invite you to subscribe, to be part of our broader community. And if you want to come join our weight loss community, we would love to have you come join us there too. Again, the link is in the description. I want to dispel a myth here for you because many of us know the term processed food or processed junk, but we don't really know what it means. So I want to just tell you that processed food means, like, the more processed a food is, the further away from its natural state it becomes. So if you think about an apple in its natural state, right? You pick it off the tree. We all know what an apple looks like. So if you go and make applesauce, you are heating the apple. That is a process. So applesauce is a processed food, but applesauce is not bad, right? If you make applesauce at home, that's great. I mean, the more that we process foods, the less nutrients that they actually contain, right? We take out the nutrients when we process food. But if you make some applesauce at home, that's still a pretty healthy thing to eat. There's still good nutrients. It's still good fuel for your body. But now think about processed food that you can buy at the store, like a bag of potato chips. Okay, so what are potato chips? Well, they're potatoes. But Those potatoes have been so highly processed and had so many chemicals added to them that they are a long way away from their original state of a potato that you dig up from the ground. And so the more processed that foods are, the less nutrients that they have, so the less good that they do for our bodies. And then in the world we live in today, we have all these processed foods, and then we all add in all of these chemicals and salts and preservatives. And that, my friend, starts to be harmful to your body. So we've processed the food and taken all the good stuff out of it with all of the prepackaged processed junk that's available to us today. And then we've added a whole pile of chemicals and additives and preservatives and all that kind of stuff. And then it's actually starting to do harm to your body. So let's be real. We're all still going to eat processed food at some point in our lives because that's the world we live in. But we've got to start thinking about what we are consuming. If all you eat in a day is a bunch of processed junk, well, it's no wonder that you don't feel well. So what I did not eat is very much processed food. I make food at home. I process the food at home myself, right? Like I make a pot of soup. Well, those carrots are processed because they're cooked, right? So we do processes at home to our food, but the closer a food is to its natural state, the better off it is for your body, okay? So I did not eat very much processed food. I don't buy very much pre-made stuff at the grocery stores. That might be a huge change that you need to make in your lifestyle if you want to lose the weight. And it's like I said earlier, you might go, well, I can't do that. Well, you need to choose your hard. That's what we often like to say, right? It's hard to stay stuck overweight and not feeling well. It's also hard to change your habits and start making food at home or start making the healthier options, but you've got to choose your hard. You've got to find things that work for you, okay? So make your own pot of soup and make it big enough on your day off so that you can have soup for your lunches for the week, right? There's lots of things we can do. Maybe we'll do a video about how to prep your food for the week. Let me know in the comments if that would be helpful. And while I'm thinking about it, actually in the description as well, if you're going like, there's so much information and I don't know what to do and I don't know where to start, I just want to share with you two things, okay? We have two options for you. You could take both of them if you want. We have our very own 10-day WeighDown Plan, which is what I used to lose all of the weight, okay? We sell that plan for a ridiculously low price. You can go to 10dayweighdown.com. I will link it in the description below. If you are looking for a plan that's already done, it has recipes for you. There's instructional videos that show you like all the stuff that we do, all of the foods that we like, some of the simple swaps that we make, all of those things. There's a link down below. You can check it out. There's lots more information on that page. We also have our WeighDown Lifestyle community, membership community, where it's a support community, it's an accountability community. Ruth and I coach in that community to help keep you on track on your weight loss journey because we know that it is a long, narrow road, right? Losing weight is not easy, and most of us need help and support on the journey. And so I will also link that below. You can go to weighdown.community.com/join. I will link it below. We would love to have you join us on either one or on both. Many of the women who are in our membership community also have our 10-day WeighDown Plan because it just really helps to take the overwhelm out of what to eat, right? So both options are available to you. And so anyways, back to what I did not eat. I did not eat candy. I did not eat chocolate bars. I did not eat donuts and cake. I did not eat very many chips. Chips, as many of you know if you've been here watching, are my weakness. I love chips. Yes, I had a few chips along the journey, but not very many. Another big thing that I did not do is binge, which I'm saying after I say chips because yes, I had a few chips, but I would take out my portion of chips in a bowl, put the bag away, and that's what I would have, okay? It's not binging on a whole bag of chips. It's not binging on a whole box of donuts. It's not having 6 cans of pop in a day, which is another thing, or soda, that I did not have a lot of while I was losing weight. I didn't have those things. If you want to lose weight, you've got to cut that stuff out. A, it's not healthy for your body. B, it's not helping you lose the weight. It's keeping you stuck. And the more and more and more that we have, and I just want to add, all of those things that I just talked about, candy, chocolate bars, donuts, cake, soda, chips, they are all highly, highly processed foods. And the thing about them is that they have chemicals and preservatives added to them and so much sugar that they just make you craving more and more and more. Like the more of it you eat, the more of it that you want to eat. And if you can do the hard thing to like get it out of your system, over time, you will find that you crave it less and less and less. And then when you do have it, it doesn't actually even taste that good anymore. The other, and you might not believe me on that, but trust me, it's true. The other big thing that I did not eat very much of at all while in weight loss mode is too much fried food, deep fried food, like French fries or chicken wings or chicken strips, right? All of those things, which all goes along with what I said that I did eat. I made food at home. Yes, I still ate out, but you can make good, healthy options while you eat out as well. You just have to think about it a little more. You have to start becoming aware and even thinking about like, how processed is this food? Like we've talked about. Start asking yourself that question the next time that you go to the grocery store and you start picking things up. Look at the label. If you cannot pronounce the ingredients that are on the ingredients list, then I'm going to tell you it's a pretty highly processed food. And the more ingredients that you can't pronounce, probably the more processed it actually is. But think about when you pick up a food, what is this food in its natural state and how far away from that natural state is what I am picking up to purchase here? And that will give you an indication of how processed that food is. Another hint at the grocery store is that just shop around the aisle, or around the perimeter. Don't go down the aisles, right? If you think about the grocery store layouts, it's like the produce, and then if you keep going around, it's usually the meat, and then you get to the dairy, right? So stick around the perimeter of the grocery store. That's where the stuff that is closest to its natural state typically is, or in its natural state. So those are the things that I did not eat. Now, I said I was going to share a couple other things that I really stuck to while I was losing weight that aren't necessarily like foods that I ate or didn't eat. It's not the food stuff, but it's the other big factors. And they are things like portion control, which I have talked about, right? We can't overeat and expect to lose weight. But many of us don't even know what it means to eat in moderation or using portion control because we're so used to eating too much and we're so used to overeating that we don't even know how it feels to feel just satiated. Most of us only know what it feels like to feel too full. So I'm going to challenge you that the next meal that you eat, stop before you are full. Take less food on your plate and stop before you are full. You are going to have every urge inside of you to keep eating or to go get seconds. Don't. Wait for 20 to 30 minutes and see how you feel. We don't want to feel bloated and like we have to undo our pants and like we're just so stuffed full. But many of us, that's how we are accustomed to feeling after every time we eat. And if you actually think about it, that does not feel good. So I challenge you to try that. The other big thing that I did is I drank a lot of water. I drink a lot of water anyway. But while you are losing weight, in particular, water is crucial. Water is crucial all the time. Your body is made up primarily of water. You should be drinking half of your body weight in ounces of water each day. So for easy math, if you weigh 200 pounds, divided in half, that's 100 ounces of water that you should be drinking each and every day. Now, start where you're at, okay? If you're currently drinking 1 glass of water a day, don't just jump in and try and start drinking 100 ounces tomorrow. Start by adding an extra glass or 2 to each day and build it up from there, okay? Drinking your water is crucial, crucial, crucial. The other thing that I did is I moved my body. Now, I'm not saying you have to go to the gym and exercise like a crazy person for 3 hours a day, every day, but get outside for a 10-minute walk, okay? Move your body. We like to say in 10-minute bursts of activity because A, it's good for your mental health and well-being, and B, it's good for your weight loss mode. The other thing that I really want to address, and I know this video is getting a bit long, is that I listened to my body. When's the last time that you actually listened to how your body felt? And this kind of goes along with what I was saying about feeling overfull and stuffed, right? We're just accustomed to how we feel. When you always feel bad, when you're always popping Tums, when you always have pain in your joints, we just get used to thinking like, well, I guess this is just how it is. And we resign ourselves to the fact that that's just how it is. But that's not just how it is. Start listening to your body. If your body is telling you that you have to take Tums or Rolaids or antacids after every meal, or you're popping them all day long, listen to what your body is trying to tell you. Your body is trying to tell you that something that you are eating or consuming, or the amounts that you are eating or consuming, are bothering your stomach and your whole body. Listen to your body. What is your body trying to tell you? If you're always feeling sick and sluggish and have no energy, Your body is telling you that it needs some good fuel, also known as good healthy food, for your body, because your body doesn't run well if it's not getting the right nutrients. And when all we're doing is eating processed junk, we don't feel well because your body is not getting any good healthy fuel. Listen to your body. So that can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. If you have headaches constantly, that is your body trying to tell you to drink more water. Listen to what your body is trying to tell you. If you have to unzip your pants after every meal, and if you feel bloated after every meal, that is your body trying to tell you that you ate too much, or that maybe you're eating stuff that does not feel good in your stomach. So stop just writing it off as like, well, this is just how it is, and resign yourself to the fact that you are always going to feel bad, because you don't have to always feel bad, okay? Our bodies are incredible. God made us these incredible, miraculous bodies. And if you start putting the good stuff in, you will be amazed at how much different you can feel for the better. So I hope that this video has been helpful and insightful for you. I just really want to thank you for being here watching, and I pray and I hope that this information will help you on your journey, because I know just as well as you do that when we are stuck, not feeling well, when we have no confidence in who God made us to be, and when we're living in these overweight bodies and we don't feel good about ourselves, it's really hard to go live the purpose that God has for us. So it's my prayer that you will be able to take this information and start losing the weight. So until next time, treat your body like a temple, not a trash can.